Welcome to Aging Together, a podcast dedicated to exploring the challenges and opportunities of caring for our aging loved ones. This podcast is a product of Caregiver Consulting and Healthy Solutions, a private consulting practice dedicated to helping you navigate the aging process with ease. Together, we will dive into a wide range of topics, including health and wellness, financial planning, caregiving, and more. This podcast is for everyone, whether you are an older adult looking to age in place, a caregiver seeking support and guidance, a young or middle-aged adult planning for the future, or simply someone interested in learning more about the aging process. I hope you'll join me on this journey. Let's navigate aging together. What's up, everyone? I'm your host, Pooja, and you're listening to Aging Together. As a recap, April is Occupational Therapy Month, Stress Awareness Month, and Distracted Driving Month. This week, we're combining OT Month with Stress Awareness Month. In today's episode, I'm taking a dive into how occupational therapy plays a role in aging and stress management. Stress is a common experience among older adults, with research showing that up to 34% of older adults report high levels of stress. There are several reasons why older adults may experience stress, including physical and cognitive changes, financial concerns, social isolation, and changes in social roles. Let's take a look at some of these specifics. First up, physical and cognitive changes. As individuals age, they may experience physical and cognitive changes that can lead to stress. Physical changes can include chronic pain, decreased mobility, and chronic health conditions. These changes can impact a person's ability to engage in daily activities and can contribute to feelings of frustration and helplessness. Cognitive changes may include difficulties with memory, concentration, and decision-making. These changes can impact a person's ability to perform tasks and may lead to feelings of anxiety or uncertainty. These changes can impact one's ability to perform ADLs and IADLs or even participate in other meaningful activities, leading to stress. I dove into ADLs and IADLs in last week's episode. Next up, financial concerns. Financial concerns are also a significant source of stress for older adults. Many older adults live on fixed incomes, such as retirement benefits or Social Security, which may not keep pace with the rising cost of living. This can lead to worries about the cost of healthcare, housing, and other basic necessities. Additionally, older adults may be concerned about their ability to support their family members, particularly if they are living on limited income. Financial concerns can lead to feelings of anxiety, uncertainty, and a sense of loss of control. Next, social isolation. Social isolation is another factor that can contribute to stress in older adults. As individuals age, they may experience losses of friends and family members, retirement from work, and changes in social roles. These changes can impact a person's social network and lead to feelings of loneliness and isolation. Social isolation can increase the risk of depression and anxiety and impact physical health outcomes such as cardiovascular disease. I spoke about the impact of cardiovascular disease and stress in an episode in February. And lastly, changes in social roles. Changes in social roles can also contribute to stress in older adults. For example, a person who has retired may experience stress as they adjust to a new routine and identity. Retirement may lead to a loss of structure and purpose, and individuals may struggle to find new activities to fill their time. Additionally, older adults who provide care for family members may experience stress related to the demands of caregiving and the impact it has on their own health and well-being. Changes in social roles can lead to feelings of uncertainty and loss of identity. Stress is a prevalent experience among not just adults and children, but also in older adults, and there are several reasons why they may experience it. It is important for healthcare professionals, including occupational therapists, to recognize the impact of stress on older adults and provide interventions to support their well-being. So, where does OT come in? Occupational therapy plays a critical role in stress management for aging adults as it provides a holistic approach to helping individuals live meaningful and purposeful lives. For example, an occupational therapist may work with an older adult to identify meaningful and purposeful activities that align with their values and goals, such as volunteering or pursuing a new hobby. Occupational therapists may also provide education on managing finances and accessing community resources to support basic needs such as food and housing. Additionally, occupational therapists may facilitate social connections through support groups or community activities to address social isolation and promote well-being. Let's take a look at the importance of occupational therapy in stress management for aging adults, including the assessment process, intervention strategies, and ways to support continued participation for optimal quality of life. First up, the assessment process. The assessment process in occupational therapy helps to identify an individual's stressors and their impact on daily functioning. During the assessment, an occupational therapist will evaluate the person's physical, cognitive, emotional, and social functioning. The assessment process includes an analysis of the person's environment, daily activities, routines, and habits. One of the primary tools used in occupational therapy assessment is the occupational performance model. This model focuses on the person's occupational performance, which is the ability to carry out activities of daily living, including self-care, leisure, and productivity. The model also takes into consideration the person's context, including their physical, social, and cultural environment. Next, intervention strategies. Once an occupational therapist has identified the stressors that are impacting a person's daily functioning, they can then develop intervention strategies to address those stressors. Intervention strategies may include environmental modifications, such as adjusting lighting or reducing clutter, to improving safety and comfort. Occupational therapists may also recommend assistive devices, such as grab bars or reachers, to help the person complete their daily activities more safely and independently. Another intervention strategy used in occupational therapy is activity analysis. Activity analysis involves breaking down daily activities into smaller, more manageable steps, making it easier for the person to complete the activity without feeling overwhelmed or stressed. This can look like putting a big task item on your list and then creating all the steps that it would take for you to complete that task. And then as you do each of those smaller tasks leading up to the big task, it seems a lot more manageable. The occupational therapist may also recommend adaptive strategies, such as using a different grip or positioning for an object to make the activity more manageable. In addition to environmental modifications and activity analysis, occupational therapists may also recommend stress management techniques to help aging adults cope with stress. These techniques may include deep breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, or mindfulness meditation. Stress management techniques can help reduce anxiety and improve overall well-being. Finally, supporting continued participation for optimal quality of life. Occupational therapy aims to support continued participation for optimal quality of life in all individuals. The goal of occupational therapy is to help aging adults continue to engage in meaningful and purposeful activities despite any physical or cognitive limitations they may face. This may include identifying new hobbies or interests that align with the person's values and goals, or modifying current activities to make them more manageable. Occupational therapists may also provide education to aging adults and their caregivers to help them better understand how to manage stress and improve daily functioning. This education may include information on the importance of self-care, including proper nutrition, exercise, and sleeping habits. Occupational therapists may also provide resources for social support, such as support groups or community resources, to help aging adults stay connected with others. You can refer back to episode 2, where I dove into the importance of social engagement in aging adults to hear more about this specific topic. Let's take a look at families and caregivers. Stress can have a significant impact on families and caregivers of older adults. Caregiving for an older adult can be a demanding and challenging role, and the stress that comes with it can lead to negative outcomes for both the caregiver and the care recipient. For family members and caregivers of older adults, stress can lead to physical and emotional exhaustion, anxiety, depression, and burnout. They may experience increased health problems such as high blood pressure or cardiovascular disease, and may be at risk for substance abuse or other negative coping mechanisms. The impact of stress on caregivers can also have a ripple effect on the care recipient. If a caregiver is experiencing stress or burnout, they may be less able to provide adequate care, which can lead to poorer health outcomes for the older adult. Additionally, stress can impact the quality of the caregiver-older adult relationship, leading to tension, conflict, and negative emotions. It's important for healthcare professionals, including occupational therapists, to recognize the impact of stress on family and caregivers of older adults and provide interventions to support their well-being. This may include providing education on self-care and stress management techniques, such as mindfulness or relaxation exercises, but it can also mean that occupational therapists facilitate support groups or individual counseling to address caregiver stress and promote healthy coping mechanisms. Overall, stress can have a significant impact on families and caregivers of older adults, and addressing that caregiver stress through interventions such as occupational therapy can help promote well-being and improve quality of life for both the caregiver and the care recipient. In conclusion, occupational therapy plays a critical role in stress management for aging adults and their families and caregivers. The assessment process helps identify the stressors that are impacting their daily functioning, while the intervention strategies address those stressors, including environmental modifications, activity analysis, and stress management techniques. Finally, occupational therapy can support continued participation for optimal quality of life, including education on self-care and social support resources. Through a holistic approach, occupational therapy helps aging adults and their families and caregivers live meaningful and purposeful lives, despite any physical or cognitive limitations that they may face. Tune in next week for a topic on OT's role in aging and driving as I combine OT Month with Distracted Driving Awareness Month. At Caregiver Consulting and Healthy Solutions, we are dedicated to helping you navigate aging together. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.